Hey guys, today I'm checking out my ROCKMAN X100. I actually pulled this out several months ago because I was going to review some old gear I had. I did a digital metalizer pedal by Boss that was made in the 80s. I did that video. But the day that I pulled this one out, this had been sitting in the bottom of a box since probably 1987. No, not since the 90s, because I had an old Earth solid state amplifier that I used to plug the ROCKMAN into. And anyway, the day that I was going to make my video, or the day, like, I had pulled the ROCKMAN out, it was sitting here. I was looking at it. I was walking by it every day. Like, I need to make that video. RJ Ronquillo, who has an awesome channel, awesome guitar player, made the video. He went and bought one. These are basically the sound of the 80s. Def Leppard, Boston. I didn't know that Def Leppard actually used them. I thought that I thought it sounded similar to the ROCKMAN, but now listening back, Mutt Lange produced that album layering the ROCKMAN a whole bunch and then adding different delays and stereo effects afterwards in the mix or during while they were recording. And of course, Boston, Tom Schultz designed this and made this thing what it is. And they're hard to get now, thanks to RJ. And they're actually really expensive. I pulled them up on Reverb, and there were 3 available. They were all running about $500 to $650, which when I looked at them on eBay like 20 years ago, or whenever eBay first started, just to see how much they were worth, they were only like $70 at the time, and there was a whole bunch of them. And now you can't hardly get them, and they're expensive. So listening back to some of those albums, I started to realize that they weren't necessarily using just the certain clean channels on those. I think they were using like the gain channel on the ROCKMAN and dialing their volume back. For instance, songs like We're Ready by Boston, which was like... crank their gain all the way up and did songs like and of course Def Leppard. And even Joe Satriani, I think, used it on the Surfing with the Alien album. Songs like Always With You, Always With Me. I don't remember how that one goes anymore. Anyway, you guys, this has just has that sound that from Boston and from Def Leppard and from all those bands. And when I put this away in a box over 20 years ago and didn't really ever use it again, I thought the 80s were not cool anymore, and I thought this was just a cheesy little device. I think it's really funny now that people are like trying to get these on eBay and wanting these. And I think they sound really unique. And I don't think there's any software that can really emulate it as well as the original. I've heard some stuff, and I think RJ actually did a video where he tried to have like a plugin that does it. But to me, I could tell a difference because I've owned this forever. And back in the 80s, I used to record onto a 4-track with this, and the guitar sounds always sounded great. But because I just had a little 4-track and I didn't know what I was doing, nothing else sounded good. So the guitar sounded good, but like a drum machine and really crappy recorded vocals through a crappy mic. And I was like, man, my guitar sound always sounds good on this 4-track, but I can't ever get good sounds. Years on down the road, I realized you had to buy really nice microphones and preamps and have nice rooms to record in. Anyway, guys, I'll just go through some of the sounds on this. I think this is called Clean 1. Just a really clean. And you can change the clean to have no chorus on it. And you can do, I think on all the sounds you can do no echo, no chorus. But there always has to be some kind of effect on, I think. This is with the echo and the chorus on. Anyway, clean number 2. It's kind of more nasally sounding. Then you've got like your first distorted sound. All of a sudden you're starting to sound like Boston. And then as you go all the way up to the next one, it's like a more distorted, like lead sound. Anyway, you guys, that is the ROCKMAN. Just a really cool sound if you want to get that 80s sound. They are now hard to find thanks to RJ doing his first video on that. And I think you can get some other ones like the Metal Ace and the Guitar Ace. But this one is the one that I think that Def Leppard actually used, and Boston Tom Schultz used on like the Third Stage album and some of the albums that they did. And just a great tool. It's funny that these things all of a sudden became, you can't find them anymore. And they're kind of like a cool thing that's like vintagey. And back in the day, I just thought they were just really cheesy after like Nirvana killed hair metal and classic rock. But now, YouTubers are doing stuff and talking about cool stuff, and it's fun to have it back out. And it's almost like when I put it into a mix, like the track you guys heard me play into, I didn't have to hardly do any EQ. It's like the thing just sounds good and has that sound right when you plug it in. I added some delay, but that was about it, just to make it sound more how they produced in the 80s with the ROCKMAN. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I am Rich Bischoff. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell. I really appreciate it. And we will see you at the next video. Adios.